Here are my top 10 gangster films of all time. Starting at number 10, A Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale is a 1993 coming-of-age gangster film directed by and starring Robert De Niro. Set in the Bronx during the 1960s, the story follows Carlito, a young Italian-American boy growing up in a working-class neighborhood. Carlito becomes fascinated by Sonny, a powerful local gangster. Sonny takes the boy under his wing and becomes an influential figure in his life. The problem is that Carlito's father, Lorenzo, is a hard-working bus driver who wants his son to stay away from the gangster lifestyle. Carlito is caught between two very different father figures. As Carlito gets older, he also falls in love with Jane, an African-American girl, creating racial tension in the neighborhood. The film is ultimately about growing up, choosing who you want to become, loyalty, racism, fatherhood, and the seductive appeal of the gangster lifestyle.
Save your own ass.
Save your own ass.
See this?
Number 9, Carlito's Way. Carlito's Way 1993 follows Carlito Brigante, Dave Clenfield, and Gale as an ex-con tries to escape his past. Al Pacino stars as Carlito, a former New York drug dealer released from prison early who vows to go straight and retire to the Bahamas. After a shortened prison sentence, Carlito Brigante promises to stay away from crime. However, when he finds himself unexpectedly caught in a drug deal gone bad, he is forced to reconsider his decision.
Once Upon a Time in America.
Coming in at number 8, Once Upon a Time in America, starring Robert De Niro and James Woods. The film explores themes of childhood friendships, love, lust, greed, betrayal, loss, and broken relationships, together with the rise of mobsters in American society. It is the final film directed by Sergio Leone before his death 5 years later, and the first feature film that he had directed in 13 years. In 1968, the elderly David Noodles Aronson, Robert De Niro, returns to New York, where he had a career in the criminal underground in the 20s and 30s. Most of his old friends, like longtime partner Max, James Woods, are long gone, yet he feels his past is unresolved. Told in flashbacks, the film follows Noodles from a tough kid in a Jewish slum in New York's Lower East Side through his rise to bootlegger and then Mafia boss, a journey marked by violence, betrayal, and remorse. The ending of Once Upon a Time in America is famously ambiguous, featuring an older Noodles, Robert De Niro, refusing to kill his former partner Max, who is now a corrupt politician, Senator Bailey. After leaving, Noodles sees a man who appears to be Max walking towards a garbage truck, but Max disappears. The truck's machinery is shown working, implying Max committed suicide in the crusher. Noodles observes the garbage truck with an active conveyor, but Max has vanished, leaving the audience to wonder if he jumped or if the scene is a hallucination. Many critics and viewers interpret the entire 1968 storyline as an opium-induced dream. The film concludes with a young Noodles in 1933 high on opium and smiling, suggesting he imagined the entire future to escape the guilt of betraying his friends. Number 7, American Gangster. American Gangster 2007 is a biographical crime film following the rise of Harlem drug kingpin Frank Lucas, Denzel Washington, who smuggles heroin using US military planes during the Vietnam War. He is pursued by honest detective Richie Roberts, Russell Crowe, with the film exploring themes of ambition, corruption, and the 1970s drug trade. Harlem drug dealer Frank Lucas rises to power in the corrupt 1970s New York, equaling and surpassing the notorious Mafia families with the reach of his empire. On the other side of the law, honest cop Richie Roberts dedicates himself to taking down the most dangerous man walking the streets. Lucas acts with impunity, smuggling heroin into the US in the coffins of American soldiers killed in Vietnam.
This is Frank Lucas. 15 pounds. Here is Muhammad Ali.
Number 6. Casino. Casino 1995, directed by Martin Scorsese, is a crime drama following Sam Ace Rothstein, Robert De Niro, a gambling expert sent by the Chicago outfit to run the Tangiers Casino in 1970s Las Vegas. It details his success, his volatile friendship with enforcer Nicky Santoro, Joe Pesci, and his destructive marriage to hustler Ginger McKenna, Sharon Stone, leading to a violent, inevitable downfall.
What do I call you, a friend of ours? Or?
Keep your fucking mouth shut about me.
Number 5. Donnie Brasco. Donnie Brasco 1997 is a crime drama based on the true story of FBI agent Joe Pistone, Johnny Depp, who infiltrates the Bonanno crime family in the 1970s New York using the alias Donnie Brasco. He forms a deep friendship with agent hitman Lefty Ruggiero, Al Pacino, but the psychological strain of the double life and the guilt of leading his friend to certain death causes his personal life to collapse.
You got a couple of fuzzles. I got some things I gotta take.
Yeah. What do you want, 100?
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wise guy don't carry his money in a wallet. Hey, wise guy carries money in a roll, like this. See? Bina on the outside. Like that. Come on.
Number 4. The Godfather Part II. The Godfather Part II, 1974, is a parallel narrative masterpiece acting as both prequel and sequel to the 1972 original. It contrasts young Vito Corleone's Robert De Niro's rise to power in 1910's New York with his son Michael's Al Pacino 1958 descent into isolation and ruthless paranoia as he expands the family business, ultimately destroying his personal life. The Godfather Part II was the first sequel to win an Academy Award for Best Picture. Now, coming in at number 3, Scarface. Scarface 1983 follows Tony Montana, Al Pacino, a ruthless Cuban refugee who rises from a dishwasher to Miami's top cocaine kingpin. Driven by intense greed and paranoia, his empire crumbles due to his own excess, culminating in his death during a violent mansion siege. Number 2, Godfather. The Godfather 1972 follows the 1945 to 1955 transformation of Michael Corleone, who reluctantly shifts from a war hero into a ruthless mafia boss, taking over his father Vito's New York crime family. After Vito refuses to enter the drug trade and is nearly assassinated, Michael triggers a violent power struggle by killing a rival drug lord and a corrupt police captain. Following a brutal war that kills his brother Sonny, Michael returns from hiding to become the new Don, consolidating power by murdering the heads of the 5 families to move the business to Las Vegas. The movie concludes with Michael fully established as the new Godfather, leaving his wife Kay to realize he has completely taken over his father's role and is now in charge of the family's criminal enterprise. Now, coming in at number 1, Goodfellas. Goodfellas 1990, directed by Martin Scorsese, is a crime drama based on the true story of mob associate Henry Hill, played by Ray Liotta.
It's okay? Okay, yeah, we just need to bring it back, though, you know. Well, the poor thing, you know, I hit him in his, we hit the deer in his paw.
So that's my top 10 highest rated gangster films. Let me know down in the comments what you would change, what you'd move around, and which films you think I missed that deserve a spot on the list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, all right, for 7,000. charge.